4, 3, 2, 1.
With Kirbs.
Welcome everybody to the Music Shop. This is 54321 with Kirbs. I am your host, Kirbs, and I'm super happy to have with me today the 540 representer. He resides in Richmond. He's the super DJ, super producer, the one and only Mr. Andrew Heights.
Yo.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you, man? Thank you for having me.
I'm great, and I'm super excited to have you. Thanks for coming, dude. Look, man, I saw a couple weeks ago the News Virginian, the newspaper from your hometown, Waynesboro, Virginia. They wrote up a whole article on you, had the fancy picture and everything, gave them your whole story and everything. That had to be a huge honor, man, coming from where you're from, making it bigger, and then getting to come home and see that type of love, man. Tell me about it.
Man, yeah, it was amazing, bro. Obviously, it was super honored to do the wrap up with for Matt Skills, which led to that article. But man, it's amazing, bro. That love and support from my hometown has really been there from the beginning. So I'm super lucky to say that. That's not always the case with some people, but they've always kind of rode with me from the beginning, man. So definitely a major blessing for sure. Shout out 540.
Absolutely, man. You're proof that you can take, a small town and turn that into a big base, because I know they've stayed rocking with you, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely a blessing, bro, for sure.
Yeah, so, from the 540 to my fifth question in this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, we got to start with a 5-song Andrew Heights playlist that's going to get the listeners, familiar with your sound, familiar with who you are as a producer and a DJ and just as an artist. So you got 5 songs for us, man?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So 5 songs I produced in the last several years, man. I would most recently shout out to Repaton from Richmond, actually super dope artist. He just released a song called Gifts Off, which I did. Super different, hip hoppy, kind of spacey record. Ill vibe though, man. Kid is dope. Again, super versatile, which I love. I always try to make artists step outside of their boundaries and push them in different directions and stuff. So yeah, shout out Rep. Gifts Off, that's streaming. Let's see. 2, we could do Slim Cartel, another Richmond artist I've been working heavy with, man. Super ill artist. We got a song called Tequila and Rum Challenge coming out. We also have a project coming out, but our next single, I believe, is going to be the Tequila and Rum Challenge.
Yeah, he was telling us about it on episode 1, man. Shout out to Slim. We love Slim over here, and real excited to hear that. Y'all a great team.
Man, yeah, I can't wait for people to hear the project, bro. I'm genuinely excited because it's so different and sonically it's so different. So many different really genres of music, that we kind of tap into. The Tequila and Rum Challenge is like an Afro beats, chill, clubby vibe. So that's dope. Let's see here. 3rd, I would say David Corey. Shout out David Corey. David was on, I want to say it was The Voice. It was The Voice or The X Factor. It was one of the two. He's from Maryland originally. Incredible singer. He and I did a song called Last Forever for him, which was kind of more of a cinematic movie, not even R&B. I feel like it's kind of pop, maybe pop R&B balladish. That would be 3. Shout out David Corey. 4, I would say Lecrae and Jonte Austin. That was a major blessing. Shout out to Troy Taylor.
Hold on. Time out. You got a production credit with Lecrae?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Wow, man. Wow. That it gets no bigger in that field, man. For the people who don't know, that's a huge Christian rap artist. It's got a ton of Grammys, like too many to count.
Yeah, bro. Lecrae, super dope. That whole situation. Well, the song is called "Lord Be With Me." It was featured in a TV series called Saints and Sinners, which was super ill. Shout out to Troy Taylor. He is the producer that got me that opportunity. Troy is best known. Well, I don't even want to say best known, but as far as our generation, Troy Taylor developed and built Trey Songz. Like Troy Taylor is songbook, you know? So it's like, yeah, Troy's a legend in the game. Shout out my OG Troy Taylor. And then last but definitely not least would be the wrap up 2020 for my best friend Mad Skills, which was the biggest honor ever. Like that's how I became a Mad Skills fan in 2002 when he first put out the wrap up. Like so 18 years later, me doing it was just like, man, this is crazy.
Man, when we were kids, that was a bigger deal to me than the Times Square thing or anything like that, man. I was just always looking forward to that.
Bro,
And
fact.
yeah, and that's crazy. Like he used to do it over industry beats sometimes, but man, it's
Yeah.
so crazy that you have that under your production credits, man. It's just like a hip hop dream come true. I was so happy for you, man.
No, man, I appreciate it. It really is. It really is an honor to be a part of that legacy, man. Because Skills is a Virginia legend.
Absolutely.
Aside from the wrap ups, just the stuff that he's done with his own career, like Matt Skills is the first out of Virginia. Like, and Tim Pharrell, all those people say that. Like, Matt Skills he's the original Virginia legend. Like, in my opinion, of course I'm biased, but he's the first. Like, so we always got to pay homage. But yeah, man, a major blessing for
Hey,
sure.
just a personal recommendation to the listeners. A lot of people know about Mad Skill's, debut album, if you will, From Where. But if you get a chance, you really got to check out Confessions of a Ghostwriter. Um,
Woo.
yeah, it's a great CD. I mean, and everything that Skills puts out is of, the utmost quality, but that was one of my favorite CDs growing up. And if you get a chance, it still holds up. It's a good album, Confessions of a Ghostwriter. But that was the 5-song Hypes playlist, and you even got some Grammy winners and people on The Voice in there, man. This guy, I'm telling you, he's had more brushes with the big time than we can count. Now look, for number 4, I'm gonna give you 4 scenarios, all right? And you get to only choose one. These are all fantasy scenarios. You only get to choose one that gets to be a reality, all right? Oh
Okay.
man, my skateboard fell. That's all right. All right, look. So for the first scenario, we got the Clips coming together for a reunion track. Just one big single that they're coming out with, just to remind everybody, that they're ill. And Pusha and No Malice call you up, and you get to produce that track. All right, that's the first. That's the first one. Number 2, you get to DJ for Missy Elliott at the NBA All-Star Weekend. So you get the, you're gonna show up on TNT. You'll be with your boy Shaq. You get the DJ. You get the DJ for Missy at the All-Star game. All
Hmm.
right, that's number 2. The third scenario is you get a set between headliners, between the big boys. You get a set at Something in the Water. We know you love Pharrell, so you get a set at Something in the Water, and no quarantine. This is full capacity.
Wide
All
open.
right. The last scenario is uh Skills has called in all his favors. He's gonna get the big features and everything else. Y'all get to go wherever you want to go with it, and you get to produce the entire From Where To album. So
Yo.
out of these 4 scenarios, which one are you picking, man?
Bro, wow, bro, what? Yo. Cause see skills Rolodex is so crazy. So it's like doing an album From Where Part 2, bro, and him, yeah. Whew. Cause realistically, a lot of people don't know this. Mad Skills was in the Grinding video. Like he's had relationships with all those guys, like so yikes. Dang man. That I would it would probably have to be the From Where Part 2 because features wise he could pull no malice and push like
All right.
yeah, I would have to say From Where Part 2, bro. Those questions are crazy though. Those scenarios are nuts. Like they're fire.
I know you dream big, man. You probably see some stuff like that when you shut your eyes, man.
Of
I know
course.
you see it. Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
yeah.
to.
But all right, he's going with the From Where To. so he can maybe get a couple of the other things that I was talking about kind of thrown in there. Plus, he knows where his bread's buttered. That's smart. All right. For number 3, for our third question, I need I need 3 indie artists from you that have inspired your work. 3 indie artists that you're feeling.
3 indie artists. Man, I mean, yo, to be completely honest with you, I would say Atia Inc. Dang, that's somebody that I forgot to mention earlier. She and I, all right, Inc. is a singer-songwriter from Georgia. Um, Inc. is amazing, bro. She wrote and is featured on Don't Check on Me with Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. Like, I would say Inc. is one of them because she's unreal, amazing. And then to be completely real too, bro, I would say Rep and Slim, man, because the versatility, because they push me the same way that I push them, you know, to step outside. And so yeah, bro, I would say Ink, Rep, and Slim. And
3.
and Skills. Skills is independent. I mean, yeah, I know that's 4, but I would say Skills too. Skills is a little different though. Skills like a mentor, you know, but still an artist, still an independent artist at the end of the day.
I hear you,
But
man.
yeah, I would say them for sure.
3 or 4, whatever you want to call it. Great choices though. Great choices. And Ink, where's she out of? My bad.
So she lives in LA now, but she's from Georgia.
Okay. All right. So we got 3 Richmond guys and 1 out of Georgia. So yeah, you're fully immersed in this Richmond scene now. So it doesn't surprise me that you're really vibing with a couple Richmond guys, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Second home, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So speaking of second homes, that brings us to number 2. And I want 2 moments coming from where you're from, and our generation, and everybody who's an artist has to have moments where they realize that they belong. What are 2 moments that let you know that you had a place in the music industry? 2 moments that humbled you, 2 moments that gave you the vision of what you want to see this become.
Man, bro, I would say getting to open up for Pharrell in Virginia Beach. Um, that was
Yes.
one. That was one for sure. That was a dream come true, bro. That was one of those moments that like I'll never forget. Cause almost 10 years earlier, I was paying $120 to see the Glow in the Dark tour at the same venue that NERD was on with Rihanna, Kanye, and Lupe. And so that was one. That was a major one. And then probably the Lecrae record for sure.
Excellent, man. I knew that one was going to be a little tough for you because you definitely had your share of those type of moments, man. But those are 2 gigantic ones, man. That's crazy. So look, man, we've talked a little bit about the Throw It in the Trash record, the 2020 wrap up from Skills, following in the great tradition of the wrap ups. And man, we've thrown 2020 in the trash, man. We're in 2021. So for our last question, for number 1 on the countdown, I want to get the number 1 reason why 2021 is Andrew Hypes' year.
Man, I mean, to be honest, bro, like, it's I don't want to make it sound like, how people say, "Oh, 2021 is my year." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like right now, man, what I'm doing is I'm laying a lot of groundwork. I've been working with a lot of different people, and I got a lot of records in the pipeline. So, Lord willing, all of these come out this year, and if they do, it'll be an amazing year, man, for sure. Like I kind of got to the point where I had to start traveling again. I'm DJing outside of Virginia more and more now. So yeah, bro, I'm following my path and doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing.
So in other words, basically you're going to keep doing what you're doing, and the success is going to come to you.
Eventually, bro.
I couldn't agree more, man. I couldn't agree more. We'll keep at it. Bro, thanks for coming on. This is episode 2 with Andrew Hypes. Peace and love, my brother. Thank you.
Man, thank you, bro. I appreciate your time.
All right, man.